Welcome to Tracked, the series where we dive deep into every form of racing we can find. Today we're going back to basics. We're starting with the absolute lowest barrier of entry to motorsport there is. It's one of the quickest growing ways to get involved in motorsport on a budget, autocross.
And there is Chris. What's up, brother? Do you have a check engine light too?
Mine doesn't work.
That's probably better.
So the plan is to meet some of the other guys that are also going to be running today at this gas station, and then we're all going to cruise up to the autocross together. Today's autocross, by the way, is being put on by the Indiana Northwest Region SCCA, so be sure to check them out if you're in the Chicago area. So just pulling into the parking lot here, you can already see that the vibe is a little bit different from a normal track day because you're not at a racetrack. But seeing everybody in the parking lot, prepping for their runs, working on their cars, doing oil changes, brake changes, it definitely had a unique vibe of its own. Another thing that you notice is just the variety of cars that are there, because there really is a class for everyone.
Well, I've only been doing this a handful of events, only like 3 or 4 at this point. This would be around the 4th one, I think. Only reason I went out the first time is I really wanted a way to drive my car like hard and get an idea of the actual limits of the car without getting in trouble. After that first event though, I kind of got hooked. I mean, it's fun and it's cheap, a lot cheaper than tracking your car. Anyone can do it. I mean, there's random daily cars out here all the time. Oddball stuff, cool people, a lot of fun, so can't complain.
So at an SCCA autocross, the day goes like this. The first step is registration, which is mandatory for all drivers and passengers in the car. Then the cars go through tech, which is just a short inspection to ensure that the cars are safe to run. Safety is definitely a priority here at the SCCA autocrosses, and that goes for the drivers as well as the cars as well as the spectators. Next is the track walk, where everybody gets out onto the course and walks around just familiarizing themselves with all the corners, followed by a driver's meeting which explains the rules and safety and is also where you get your volunteer assignments for the day. The way it works with an SCCA autocross is that everybody who drives is also required to volunteer. At the driver's meeting, you're split into one of 2 groups, so everybody drives half the day and works half the day.
The weather today, it's pretty nice out. It's a little cold, so your tires are going to be hard. If you hit the cone, push it out of the box like that, that counts as 1 cone. Knock the cone over, that's 1 cone. If you push the cone and it's still touching the box, that does not count. That is no cone. So you run back out, reset it back in the box, and you're good. So if you hit 5 cones worth of walls, hey, that's 10 seconds. That's a bad run. So each cone counts as 2 seconds if you didn't know. Biggest thing, just be safe. Don't be stupid. Don't do anything dumb.
With Chris preparing for his first run of the day, I wanted to get the perspective of some people who have been doing it for a lot longer than we have.
I needed a 38.1.
I thought it was in here. Wait a minute. My name is Chuck Wheeler. Most people know me as Les Cones.
I'm Stuart Wax. Some people call me Safety Stu.
Safety
Stu, because I'm a safety steward too. So what major professional drivers, I mean, you probably know, I don't, that started off autocross?
Oh, it's quite a, most famous would be Randy Probst.
Yeah.
One of the things that autocross affords that I think a lot of people don't realize is that anyone can do it. Because the point of entry is so low, it allows for you to have a good time with your friends. You could take it to a national level. You could level up, so it were, build faster and better cars, but you don't need to do that. No. And it does open up opportunities to get involved in other forms of racing.
Well, I started in 2002 with INR SCCA.
Started competing in 2008 because the guy who shares my name. His also name is Charlie Wheeler. He got really long hair and a big old beard, and he said, "You're not allowed to watch autocross. You have to do autocross." 1968 Volkswagen Beetle that was almost as fast as Smell. I was hooked. I had a really great time. It was a great bunch of people to hang out with. Nobody made fun of me, and transitioned into some time trial events and track events. I've done some endurance racing. Graduated from the Beetle. I'm now driving a Porsche Boxster.
But how many vehicles have you had in between?
Lots in
Come on.
between.
So this is a 1986 Corolla, AE86, typical initial D fanboy car. Driving it about 5 or 6 years as a daily at this point. Started modifying the car basically the first year I owned it. Never really had any actual plans for it besides like kind of just wanting to be a drift beater, like just thrash it around, but somehow I've ended up autocrossing it more than I have drifting it. It's definitely a fun car to drive. Does not help you or hold your hand at all though, so you really got to work the car to do what you want to do. I moved my battery to the trunk because I mean they were getting kind of picky about it. It was wobbling around in the front mount's not very strong, and messed with my alignment. Really fucked up my alignment the first time. Fixed it afterwards, a few test drives, and now we're here, gonna see how it feels. This layout seems pretty solid, to be honest. It's a good mix of like straights and turns. It doesn't seem like if you have power, you're gonna get a huge advantage, but it will definitely help you out in some parts. Hoping that it feels good. It felt good driving on the way here, so I mean, got a little bit of an expectation for it. I got a 44 for my first actual run. That's not terrible.
Not terrible at all.
So I got a 44.5, give or take. Most people are actually running like 45, 46 inch in my class, it seems like. And being the first actual run, I got a lot to work out of it still. So I think we have 3 more, if that was our second one. Maybe even an extra, who knows. What'd you get?
49.
49?
Yeah, I took it slow. Now I gotta fucking rip it.
Send it. Yeah, I got really squirrely at the end there.
What do you run?
44.
Damn, dude.
I thought I was about to take out some cones, but
I've hit a cone every run.
my first run, I missed the Chicago box on the way back. I totally skipped it.
Every single time, so I get out of the Chicago box, I take the right, I get on throttle, bring it back, now I'm overshot, now I'm going through the slalom really slow. I got a 45. But the track is technical as shit.
Yeah.
Like all the high horsepower guys look like they're crawling. Dude, that Chicago box is hard.
Yeah.
You got to hit it at the right
The
angle.
entry coming back this way is such a weird like
And
lineup.
you're going so fast.
Everyone is getting squirrely at the end there, trying to push it.
There's a second to be made there if you get on the throttle.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're getting right now. I'm gonna go around the chase.
Oh shit, yeah.
The longer you spend at an autocross event like this, the more it becomes apparent that the sense of community that you get with racing, which, if you ask me, is the best part of any kind of racing, is 100% alive and well here at these autocross events. So you're getting the best part of racing for an extremely low barrier of entry.
I did manage to win in my class, C Street with my Boxster.
I ran my Subaru in STU class, finished first place. It's the first time on some new tires that are really sticky, and I'm really happy with them.
Like them?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they work good.
Oh,
I'll tell you, if they worked good today, they're going to be good.
yeah.
Actually, I redonated my
Yeah, I
trophy.
redonated mine too.
Anybody have a cone? Hey, you got a cone? Here.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Here we go.
I mean, they're getting new. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you. Hey, congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, good job.
She won. Just her first event, right?
Yeah.
Competitive event, right?
Yeah.
See, look at that. She just learned how to drive stick shift a week ago. She won her class today in her Subaru.
If you're thinking about trying autocross, I definitely recommend giving it a go. You don't need much special equipment, you just need a safe car, a driver's license. Most of the time, SCCA clubs will have loaner helmets available. Obviously check with your club first. You can even register the day of at the track. Thanks for watching Tracked. If you're looking for more info on autocross or to find an autocross near you, be sure to check out our website at www.regionracecraft.com. We also have a beginner's autocross guide. It's 100% free and the link is going to be in the description.